Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great balls of fire. Laser chassis house car number 12 out of Bossier City, Louisiana. It's Bo Perry. And fourth row to the inside is the 17-year-old Colby Muber, or 18-year-old, and win again, Chris Hennigan from Marshall. We're underway here from Timberline Speedway on demand on raceontexas.com. Chase, we hit off into one. Eason in the middle of the lane of the racetrack. The 5 of Princeton's Paul Lopez. Here we go.
I'm excited. Here comes Bo Perry. Right now, looks like Bo Perry to the inside. It's a good battle there for third. Jason Lister is going to time off four. Get a low run on Perry. There's 3 wide down front for attack.
Heading down the front stretch, we're experiencing just a few technical difficulties with the sound. We'll get it ironed out here in just a moment. Things happen. Technology's often fun to deal with. So into 3, the 59 of the Elliott Incorporated entry of Kerry Eason. And the number 59, the Forest Hill, Louisiana native, off of 4. Bo Perry, door-to-door off of 4 with a 38X. 38X. Ethan Fagan once again as they head off of 2 down the back straightaway. Bo Perry still trying to sidestep and throw the number 38X into his hip pocket. He can't get the job done. Here comes Chris Hennigan. Heading off into 1. Perry, Fagan still going at it, and here comes Hennigan once again. He'll throw his hat back in the ring. The multi-time USMTS modified winner in his career, and scored a second here at a USMTS race to Kelly Shryock back in 2014 off of 4. The Marshall Texan going to work. He'll punch the time clock as they set their sights into 1 and 2. On demand on raceontexas.com. So they head off of 2 and down the back, or off of 4 down the front boulevard. It's Eason with a sizable advantage, feeling pretty good about himself. The Twin City Automotive number 5 of Paul Lopez. Lopez gets better and better every time he sits behind the wheel. A pair of laser racing chassis go at it right now for second for the bridesmaids honors here at Timberline Speedway in your opening heat of the night. Not going to be necessarily where you finish. Passing point system will be implemented, so finishing points very valuable as well. But Eason looks to have this one in the bag as he sets his sights down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Bo Perry knocking on the back door of the 5 of Lopez. Will the house car for Laser Race Cars get by and relegate the 5 to 3rd? He'll diamond off the corner, try to the inside with a white flag waving from Scotty Hushelpeck.
What do you think, Zach? You think Bo Perry can get around? Awesome. I think we may have got our technical difficulties taken care of. Bo Perry looking on the inside, going on the back stretch, Zach, 3 and 4.
Final time off of turn number 4 to a face full of checkered flag from your flagman tonight, Scotty Hushelbeck. Kerry Eason scores a victory in commanding fashion in 5-9. Second, we'll go to the 5 of Princeton's Paul Lopez. How about that? He was supposed to start dead last. He began his racing season winning at Lone Star Speedway back in February. And his first win of his career in his 12-year racing career. Last night he set a lap time of 19 flat. And you know what? He's locked in. He may just go ahead and elect to not run and not risk the biscuit. We'll see.
Well, here we go. Early battle here. Whitehead's got some Well, had a challenger moment for Andrew Rossum. Here comes 007 of Dusty Nutt with an inside. Andrew Rossum going into 3 and 4 here, Zach, or 2 wides for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
And here comes the mean green fighting machine of Aaron Green. Began his race career at 13, won his first ever race at Arclitech Speedway at the age of 13 years old. Several years ago over in Vivian, Louisiana, he'll roll his way to 3rd and sidestep the 007 of Yount and push him back to 4th. So Dustin Yount, who was 2nd quick last night, chasing, locked himself into this show. The 007 Happy Tales grooming entry, the Outlaw race car, coming in with a lot of confidence after going toe-to-toe, leading 17 of a 20-lap feature at Texarkana over Justin Whitehead.
Yeah, I tell you, he's been getting better and better every week, man, and interested to see what he can do here. Aaron Green's going to maybe make a move for 2nd, going to 3 and 4, looking on the inside there of Andrew Rossum, but Rossum shuts the door.
It's heating up at 4 down the front straightaway. It's the 92 of Rossum. We spoke about it last night. The young man showed out in his first start of the year and got a victory. Very rare that happens.
And I tell you, the top 4 right now, you know, Whitehead stepping out, but those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, you can go a blanket over them. They're equal quick there in this one. And you got in the back Logan Griffin will shake out that new car after you got to put that together. And speaking of that, he went for a spinneroonie over in 3 and 4, Zach.
And went for a spin, and he corrals it, able to get back on the racetrack. No harm, no foul. Will stay green. 7-time Cajun Classic winner, Justin Whitehead. 162 wins just since the start of 2012 when he won the Cajun Classic that year for the 3rd time in his career. Now he's won it 7. But the driver of the Texarkana Tire Wheel, RaceOnTexas.com, A&T Delivery, Foam Pros, Thompson Motorsport 36J, Whitehead, marching to the beat of his own drum.
And you know, Zach, even though he's only won this race 1 time, I think it's going to be high. Maybe try to do it again, right? I mean, we only had four times, 3 winners, right?
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean,
but it's not 7 times either.
He you know what? He's earned it. He is undoubtedly Mr. Factory Stock to this point until somebody else takes that crown. Obviously, you've got a crown. The Crown King of Boot Hill this year for a $10,000 paycheck. A roll off a 4 to the white flag. 7 times to the white flag.
One more time around, says our flagman, Scotty Hushelbeck. I'm interested to see if Andrew Rossum can hold off Aaron Green here for 2nd. Dustin Yount was slightly getting the battle there from the 26C of, or excuse me, who was that behind Yount there? My eyes deceive me there, Zach. I can't see either, Is that Skylar McFarland in 22S?
Yeah, Billy Joe Rosen.
That was Skylar there. So unofficially, your top 3 here. Aaron Green will take home 3rd. Andrew Rossum will take home 2nd. And Justin Whitehead will take home the win.
For a 2-time winner here a year ago, it's Bad Chat Abernathy. And running up the field from Nashville, the 366 is Chris Rogers.
Him and Colby Muber put on a show that night, man.
Heading off a 2 down the back straightaway here on the opening lap. Mighty Mike Wells. Gonna hold on to the top spot, but for how long he'll drift high, wide, and handsome there off of turn number 4 up into the loose stuff and nearly allow some company to the inside, but they can't get the run. It's fogging up here like a scene from Titanic. As they head off a 2 down the back straightaway. It's tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle. Throw a blanket over the top 3 into turn number 3. Beckett side by side with a 7 of Sessions. Ricky Sessions gonna get some company there to his outside. Here comes Chad Abernathy in the 4. Abernathy working the wheel and working it well. Into 1. Here comes Beckett. They're 2 by 2 by 2. And man, I saw one come around. It was hard to see because it's foggy in here. That was Sessions. So Ricky Sessions breaks through the fog here, and he goes all the way to tail. Tough break for him. Off of 4, you got a Dandy Bruin here in heat race number 3 for the factory stocks. If you happen to have an FM transmitter and we don't wear you out enough, you can check it out on 87.9 FM if you'd like to hear all the action being called. That's what the backstretch gang is doing here tonight as we got a battle here, trying to make it a 3 wide. Look at the 4 car diamond to the bottom of the racetrack. 3 wide off of turn number 4. Contact at the flag stand. Oh my.
It's not going to work, Zach.
Oh, and the car sitting in 3rd there as they head off into 1 is Abernathy, who says, thank you very much, and he'll take over the race lead.
Yeah, wow, what a moment that was. Jonathan Beckett playing the cheese in the middle, and he's not happy, I imagine, either, Zach.
The cheese slid right off the cracker. He says, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Speaking of the 4 of Abernathy, into 1. Abernathy gonna look to set sail here. And he will. Down the back straightaway, Abernathy looking awfully impressive here tonight. Heading off of turn number 4 in that Outlaw Racing chassis, the ABC Ready Mix Mount 8 Arkansas racer to the 4 with the lead, with the white flag waving over high at the Timberline Speedway. Oh, Mike Wills, you couldn't have slid the Holy Spirit right there, bud.
Beckett gonna look to his inside here, going down the backstretch. Zach looks like it's all bad Chad Abernathy for this one. John Beckett sends it off turn 3 and 4. He'll slide him in front of Mike Wells. He's gonna take the spot away, get second here, looks like.
Checkered flag is out. Abernathy takes the victory. Second, we'll go to the 0 of Beckett and the Texarkana Tire Wheels entry. 1996 Super Late Model Champion. 8 wins overall this year at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana. It's Uncle Ricky Ingalls in 81. Neil Kemp, the 4th annual Factory Stock 50 winner, a $5,000 last lap pass on the final turn to the checkered last year. Oh, baby, it's getting a little hot and heavy here in the 1 and 2. Ingalls got a little love there to his inside of the number 81. Ricky Ingalls. And you got to mention the 32, the dominant racer all year at 67 Speedway. What can Brown do for you? It's Brendan Brown off of 4, the Hooks Texan, trying to work his way to the inside of the A1 of Taylor. The 49 is Shayna Hartline, and the Mudbone sponsor number 49. And folks, props, hats go up, hands go up, and hats go off to Billy White. This racetrack is phenomenal right now. Can't ask for much more than what you're being treated to here, folks. If you see Billy, thank him. He's done a phenomenal job resurfacing this racetrack, and it's looking good tonight, baby. Into 1, Fagan still leads, but he's got a bunch of hungry hounds barking at his tail take off of 2. This is a lot of fun. Kelly Knighton looking pretty sporty tonight in the 39Z. He'll smash a loud pedal and try to get some bite and some dig off of 4. That high side momentum about to work to the advantage. And here comes Knighton. And all of a sudden, 3-wheel Neil Kemp going to throw his hat into the ring, and he'll become a player. Taylor gets a little loose right in front, and they make contact. They make a little bit of contact. And Brandon Brown relegated to the tail, a place that he does not often find himself in the number 32 Outlaw race car. An 11-time winner this season is Brandon Brown. Heading off into 1. Knighton takes over the race lead. Fagan still working the hub of the racetrack. Here comes Ingalls. Ricky Ingalls in 81. Ricky Ingalls did not score his first win at Boot Hill Speedway until June the 9th. And by the time we got to the end of August, he had 6 of them. And he'll set his sights into 1. Speaking of 6, he'll pull his 6 shooters out and roll his way straight to second. Ingalls feeling it now. Ricky Ingalls has not raced here very much in his racing career, but it doesn't matter because he's been doing this stuff for about 30-something years. He'll head down the front straightaway into 1. Probably more than that. As Ingalls heads off into 1. Mentioned prior to the race, the former Super Late Model champ made hay in his racing career for quite some time, driving those big Hoosier Tire, big body Super Late Models. Been in a factory stock for 3 full seasons now as they head off of 4 to the white flag. Will he pull the trigger? Here comes Ingalls. One of the most popular and famous names in all of Arklatex area dirt track racing. The Ingalls down the back straightaway, but Knighton trying to spoil the party. 39Z, here comes 81 to the inside for the final time, but Kelly Knighton gonna hold off Ricky Ingalls in 81. The Club 20 of 3-wheel Neil Kemp will finish in the 3rd spot and coming on strong there late. Stock class, he won the 2013 track championship at Arklatex Speedway over in Vivian, Louisiana. But he'll be fun to watch inside of 3 as the lights go out. Tyler Green going to put his foot through the firewall. We are underway.
I'm excited to see 2 heat races. This one was with Tyler Green. Jay Watson, he's been fast everywhere he showed up at. Gave Jimbo Clayton a couple runs in 67 early in the season. He's going to diamond out turn 2. He's going to try to pull away from Tyler Green. Good battle for 3rd there, Zach. They're 3 wide. 3 wide
in the turn number 3. Here comes JT. He'll throw some hot sauce on the 4th spot. He'll go right to 3rd, right up in front of the nose of the 13. Here comes James Thompson.
Yeah, you know James Thompson was going to take long to get up to the front, or towards the front. He's up to 3rd now. But I tell you what, Jay Watson and Tyler Green are starting to step away just a little bit. Say Jay Watson, man, has been doing some racing here and there all year. Hasn't got to run a full schedule, but like I say, he's been very impressive at 67, the runs he gave Jimbo.
You know, he was the one being assisted off the back straightaway not too long ago, and I made mention, I didn't see what happened in hot laps. He was going off on the tow truck, and I was worried that he wasn't going to be able to get that race car put back together, but obviously thrashed and got it back together and was able to make it back out. So props to him and his race team, and whatever he broke, they obviously were able to repair it, and it's looking good. But here comes Green.
Hey, I think Tyler Green's hunting. He's looking for a Blue Jay, and he's found him. He's looking at the inside in 3 and 4. See what we can do. We got a race for the lead, Zach.
Well, Jay Watson says to kill a mockingbird off of 4 down the front straightaway. He's going to hold on to it. Into 1. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't matter. In the one, the 90 of green continues to stalk the tire track. So the number 61 for the race lead.
And as they start to give each other competition, James Thompson's getting a little bit closer there in third. May have a 3-car racer in a minute. Here comes Tyler Green to the inside of Jay Watson. Best run he's had all night.
He's feeling me. It's Tyler Green.
Oh, contact.
There was undoubtedly, that's what you call sportsmanship and some respect. I think that Tyler
moved down over here in 1 and 2 as well from last night. You know, it was so wet we couldn't pack it. But hey, we're going to go green, Zach.
Yeah, the old skidder tires down there in the bottom, ready for Kevin Rogers in the 1. He ain't here though. They're just going to be lonely tonight.
Bertha's going to have to, you're right. But here we go. Jay Watson stepping away pretty quickly. Tyler Green hadn't passed no one yet, Zach, but he's looking at the inside of James Thompson. We're 3 wide. Thompson's the cheese in the middle.
Oh, my goodness. 3 wide there as Thompson tries to get the car to rotate to the center of the corner. There's still 3 wide off of turn number 4.
We got 2 to go. Looks like someone, nope, never mind. Thought that was the smoke from a race car. Might have been a vape pen. Oh, my. But either way, Jay Watson, good lead going into 3 and 4 there. Look at Trent Kenward. Strong run for him to hold on to second right now, Zach. He's getting better and better every week.
Yeah, Kenward's looking pretty good. Maybe he likes those medium tires there. Definitely. Here comes Thompson, though. He says, hey, I'm going to throw all caution to the wind. Here comes James Thompson to the inside. He'll try to rattle the rookie racer, Trent Kimber, but he'll go to the bronze-maze honors in car number 85, JT to second.
And I'm sorry, Ken, but here comes the 90 of Tyler Green. He got a heck of a run off of turn 2. He's going to look to the inside, coming down the front stretch as they get the checker flag. Not going to be able to do it, though. Good, strong third place for Kenward.
Boy. Stacked, racked. They'll punch the time clock here off of 4 and set their foot through the firewall and go to work. Off of 4, we're underway and sawing it into 1.
Hey, Clint Shirley looked fast on that front stretch. Boy, he looked hungry already. Going to look at the inside for a second over Daniel Jones. Jimbo Clayton's already in the lead, Zach.
Here goes Clint. Clint Shirtlift. Clint down to the hub of the racetrack on the Hobby Machine Shop powered Jet Racing chassis. Jet chassis built by the multi-time IMCA national champion Johnny Sadoff as they head off into 1. Holding on to third is the 54 of the Arkansas racer Clint Shirtlift, who bobbled major there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. And he's got some problems, it looks like, in the 54. Car is not working expectation, I don't believe.
Yeah, something's happened there. Good battle for fourth, though. Looks like Brandon Starnes trying to clear the GOAT with Jerry Stevens Jr. They're still side by side for fourth going into 1 and 2. Brandon Starnes, first year in that hobby stock for him this year at 67. Got better and better every week. Never picked up a feature win. But I tell you, he was real close, Zach.
He really was. And make no mistake, there is no relation to the great Robbie Starnes off of 4. This Brandon says, I'm going to hold it to the floor till I see Starnes myself heading into 1. And off of 2, down the back straightaway. Out front with the lead by a comfortable advantage. Out front is going to be the J3 of Jamie Jimbo Clayton, the former North Louisiana State Championship winner at the old Champion Park Speedway. Won that event back in 2010 in a factory stock.
Say his name slips my mind at this time, but Brandon Starnes' dad did race around this part. It was kind of a big deal back in the day, too. I just can't remember what his name was off the top of my head. Brandon might kick me for that, but that was back in the state line days.
Never was able to visit that place, but I've heard many great stories about it for sure. Seen a lot of great nostalgic pictures. Hopefully one day this place right here will not be in the, it'll be revered, but it won't be in the same conversation, because then we'd be talking about a defunct racetrack and a place that no longer occupies race fans. We don't ever want to see that.
No, we don't, man. That State Line story, the Links Apartments, I still give them a bad look every time I go by those apartments right there on State Line.
What happened with that place?
Well, when the Links built the apartments by it, noise curfew came into effect.
Boot Hill Speedway's dealt with that for 75 years, it seems like.
You know, I-30 Speedway has a noise curfew, and they've broken a couple times this year, and they just choose to pay the, I think, $10,000 fine.
Tracy Clay's loaded. I'm just kidding, Tracy. I love you. Off of 2. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Going to roll off of 4 to the flagman, Scotty Hosapik, to get a face full of checkered flag. It's your winner, Jamie Jimbo Clayton in J3. Scores the victory in commanding fashion, nearly by an entire straightaway. Second, we'll go to the X. Daniel Jones. Third, we'll go to the Hobby Machine Shop Power Jet Chassis number 54 for the Arkansas Hot Shoe. Clinch inside of 2, won his first night out at Arklatex in this innovative race car built by Chris Brown and Stephen Whitaker Jr. The B17 is Brandon Brawl, the Farmerville Freight Trade. The Wild Child, Jimmy Tubbs, at the outside of row number 2 in the Fast Chassis number 72. I'll get you the rest of those. I will slow it down.
Look at Jimmy Tubbs. He's going, off in turn 1 and 2. Get around John Good Jr. on the first lap. Brandon Ball's battling back to the inside. He'll take John Good Jr. too. Good has slipped up 2 spots already, Zach, on the half a lap.
The remaining cars that I failed to get to, my apologies, is the 8 of James Wilson out of Bagwell, Texas. Corey Neal out of Bridge City. He's in the C7. The 21 is Chase Morgan. And Trevor Perry in the 53.
I tell you, it might have been a little contact coming on the front stretch between Brandon Ball and Jimmy Tubbs. It's a heck of a race for second place right now as they go into 3 and 4.
Here comes Brandon Ball. Alpha 4 down the front boulevard. The fast chassis 72 of Jimmy Tubbs. Speaking of Halloween Havoc winners, he won a thriller here in the limited modified class back when this speed plant opened in October 2013. Roy just washed way up the racetrack there to the center of the corner. It should be a shootout here. Only 8 laps to get the job done, but you know Brandon Ball's got his crosshairs dialed. Here comes the freight train from Farmerville, Louisiana.
Yeah, he made me think Trevor Perry was dropping fluid on the track or something the way Adam went up the corner over here, but it looks like he's recovered from it. He'll try to pull back away from Brandon Ball. We'll see what happens. Farmerville Freight Train, Red Lick, Texas. What's it going to be?
I tell you, the Roy brothers, fantastic behind the wheel of a cockpit of a race car, undoubtedly. Last year was one of the best seasons of Aaron Roy's career, Rapid Roy, and the number 35, the older brother to Adam Roy, of course, as Adam rolls off before the younger of the two, the 32-year-old Alpha 4 down the front straightaway into 1. So this driver has had some success at this racetrack, Chase. He won the factory stock 50, a $5,000 victory from 18th starting spot back in 2014, the same year he won the Cajun Classic at Longhorn Speedway. 2014 was a monster year for Adam Roy. Oh, look out, baby.
He's the only driver who's won the Cajun other than Whitehead, out of what, like 6 or 7 or so. And yeah, when we were watching that, I was watching John Good Jr., Jimmy Tubbs, and also that C7 there of Corey Neal, man. They've been putting on a battle back here, third.
Yeah, I was worried about that lap traffic riding right up in front of the door panel. Uh-oh.
That happened again. It's a moving roadblock.
The white flag is out. The final half lap trip around the back straightaway to turn number 3 for the driver of the Modern Primitives, Wounded Duck Trucking, Presto Magic Clean, Digital Effects Wrap, IRP Effect Series chassis number 2 for Adam Roy from Red Lick, Texas. Scores the victory over the Farmerville Freight Train Brandon Ball. The AB Performance Bubba Green Towing B17.
Good battle back here with John Good Jr.
Half years a hiatus from racing and got back and has raced 2 at Boot Hill, and I still can't get them all. Sorry. The 2B is Bailey Turner. The 69. It's the Marshall Missile, the 29th overall pick by the Houston Astros back in 2003. It's Derek Grigsby in 69. He'll head down the back straightaway. Derek Grigsby's the 2013 inaugural Summer Series points champion here, and the True Love Law Firm, Marshall Lubinato, number 69. He works the hub and works it well off of 4.
Here comes Bailey Turner. Zach, do you know, has Dustin Robinette ever ran a limited modified?
I don't know, but he's a heck of a driver. Former announcer Keith Schutte said that if I had to put anybody in a race car, I would put Robinette. Obviously, they have a strong relationship, hosted the Up to Speed radio show here in Texarkana for quite some time, but he really believes in Dustin, and I got to agree, Dustin's a heck of a driver as he holds on to the lead, Chase, off of 2.
First time he has ever been in a limited, more like this limited, because it is brand new. We knew he did. If we got rid of the super stock, he is a heck of a job right now. Well, Bailey Turner and
you know, something to consider is this racetrack has had such minimal laps on it this season. So Dustin Robinette, who comes out here tonight in his first night out in a limited, I wouldn't say that any of these other guys necessarily have a hand up on it because we haven't raced here much all year. This is a new service for everybody, so I think everybody's obviously on the same playing field, but he's not even going to have to test this car out. It feels good right from the jump.
Sure. As that's going on, good battle for all over the inside of Bailey Turner. That's a good race for second and third. Back here you got Brent Tidwell, Derek Grigsby. That's a little surprising. Grigsby went nowhere, Zach.
Derek Grigsby racing here for the first time in 2 seasons, maybe 3. But it looks like Derek has, I was thinking maybe he had a flat tire. Is it left rear maybe?
Oh, Tidwell, a little squirrely there going in 1-2. Zach will recover. We'll keep it green.
The Harleton, Texas racer, the RKT operating number 20 of Brent Tidwell from Harleton, Texas, and the IRP number 20 may come to a stop, but he'll try to get out of harm's way. Don't think he'll be able to do so as that infield berm. He's trying, and the caution flag waves.
Tried what?
The driver of the Ingalls Racing Performance RKT operator alma mater was Atlanta. I didn't know their mascot either, but anyway,
Rabbits,
that's here nor
Atlanta,
there.
Dragons, Redwater.
Awesome. Oh, some contact there for second on the restart. The Leary Texan, the 2B of Turner, right in front of the nose of the F5, 61-year-old Skeet Amison.
I tell you what, watch it. Here comes that 88. Who's that? Is that Bub? Is that Bub?
That is David Mitchell, the former USNTS winner at the Champion Park Speedway on a Thursday night. On a hot Thursday night back in 2009 at the old Champion Park Speedway, Ashdown, Arkansas's David Mitchell.
Good to see him back out here, no doubt about it. Look at Bailey Turner starting to pull away from Skeet Anderson here now as well.
That 88, he just getting back again. He said it's not like riding a bike, but I'm going to tell you, that's a madman, Your Honor. He's a desperate fool in the endless, pitiful ropes. Scored a 5th at Boot Hill in his Arkansas. It's big man. Inside of 379's Randall Settle out of Shreveport, Louisiana. John Catman Mitchell, some hometown cook in the night. And the Healthcare Express, Kaiser Manufacturing, WW Timber number 5, MB Custom, Dowden Logging entry. And we are underway in Open Wheel Modified Heat Race number 1 here at Timberline, where racing is bad to the bone.
And here comes John Mitchell looking all over the inside there of the 78 of Billy Jack Brutchin. And looks like he's going to try to take it away from here in 3 and 4, Zach. Didn't take long. Little bit started up front. He said, I'm going to stay up front. Excuse me, I had to say nice Randall Settle there. Excuse me, that John Mitchell's digging on. I guess Billy Jack didn't come out, did he?
Manuel Williams. I think that outside of Tater Hyde, I'd say that Manuel Williams has more wins here the last couple years in this division. I'd say 2 for sure, but Williams, I think, has 4 wins here, which it's tough to come out here and get wins because this class is so tough. You got Winslet, Hennigan, so many other competitors, Tater, and the list goes on, but I'd say that he has really stuck out like a sore thumb. Went all the way up to Deer Creek Speedway in Minnesota 2 weeks ago, the 24 did. The Williams been traveling a lot this year, and I think it definitely shows in their racing back on the regional and local scene.
And it kind of started last season, too, man. He had a lot of key wins all over the area last season leading up to this year as well. So,
you know,
little man's been on point.
He has, man. He started off in that Bandit chassis. Of course, Hunter Rasson raced Bandit chassis, and he had talked to Hunter, but nonetheless, he scored 10 wins in his first 11 starts in that Bandit race car. That's pretty flawless.
Pretty impressive, and I'm telling you, he looks on his track right now.
Disappointing he didn't get that 11 out of 11, though. So he'll send it off in the 1. He brought his stamps. He'll send it off a 2 as well. The 24, the Charlie Williams Penning Pro 1 transmission, Bandit Racing chassis number 24 of Manuel Williams. The little man off a 4 to the 2 lap to go sign from Scotty Husselpeck.
Really, the race to watch right now is probably going to be the 79 of Settle, the 5 of Mitchell, to try to get up to him. So I'm surprised Mitchell hadn't made more headway on this group. But like you said, these modifieds, man, are just so quick. There's so many good drivers out here. It's kind of hard to do sometimes. So we got 1 to go for our flagman, Scotty. Little man will try to just get it around there smoothly. One more half a lap now as the Pinell ride still comfortably in second. He got a little bit of a battle there from Mitchell. Looking to the inside of Settle. Couldn't do anything down the one more time, but if Settle makes a good corner, it's going to finish that way, Zach. And that's the way it's going to be. So top 5 there unofficially from the
Motor Speedway dirt track and the Dots Ace Hardware 8T. Won 3 different races at 3 different sites, and obviously Chris Hennigan, one of the best modified drivers in the country in 16. Here we go.
He knows if he's going to get him, he better try to do it early. Tater starting on the inside too, man. It's going to be trouble for everybody because he loves the bottom.
And a very uncharacteristic mistake for Winnigan, Chris Hennigan.
He sponsored that. Yeah, I know.
Hello.
What's going on there? But he also gave us a trailer for the parade.
Through 3 and off of 4. Here comes
Hennigan.
Yep, exactly. Here comes the Marshall Texan. He'll set his sights. He says, I'm a little hot underneath the collar. The Marshall Texan, the multi-time Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, the 3rd generation racer, the grandson of the late great Ace Hennigan, and the son of Tommy Joe Hennigan. Here comes the Marshall Texan. A roll to the back deck into the AT of Tater Hyde. His good friend off of 4 who has the race lead. Tater Hyde still leads.
Hey, Tater said he's ready. I got that bigger bumper. He said he got that extended bumper on the front end now, so it won't happen again like it did at Arklatex the last time they were racing.
So many times Dustin Tater Hyde had tried to get a win over at Arklatex Speedway, a track that he had failed to score a victory at, but he finally won there when he won the Arklatex Championship, which will be coming up there next weekend. But he beat the 16 car to do it. Many nights, Chase. The AT would be out front, and there would be a caution with a few laps to go. And here comes 16, and Hennigan would send him to the Heartbreak Hotel straight to Elvis Presley Boulevard. Tonight, Hennigan trying to give him a dose of that medicine.
Last year, around this time, I was talking to him about
best wheelman out of the Marshall, Texas area, Ace Hennigan, of course. Of course, I mentioned during that green flag run, the son of Tommy Joe, he got a good restart. Here comes Winnigan, Chris Hennigan out of Marshall.
So it's going to be Tater, Hennigan, Mason Williams, Dakota Hart. Who's going to take this 4 to go this time by, Zach?
Hennigan throws all caution to the wind. He'll throw it over his shoulder, down the back straightaway. He says, hey, good buddy, how you doing? Tater says, I'm doing pretty good down here. Chris, how you doing? Chris says, I'm good. Holla at you later, bud.
I was waiting to say hello, bye-bye. But he didn't get by him that quick, but he got by him over here in 1 and 2. Clear him. Taters fall to second.
The funny thing about it is obviously these guys are so very talented, good friends, but Chris will tell you he got lucky. It ain't too lucky when you do it time and time again off of 4 with 3 laps to go. Chris Hennigan doing what Chris Hennigan does.
Yeah, Tater, you can tell he's starting to search for a different line now. He's not sticking to that bottom as much as he was earlier. He's moved up just a little bit, so he'll try to find a little better groove for himself as he tries to chase down Chris Hennigan.
I think Chris Hennigan races a little bit better when he's a little hot underneath the collar. I think he was a little mad at himself as he'll roll off a 4. The lucky man in 16. And the panel trust CNC Oilfield Services number 16. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Swapping back over to a GRT chassis built by Joe Garrison this season. Hyde, of course, in a THR1 TRE chassis built by Steve Holtzkamper. Off a 4, the white flag waving over the high over the Timberline Speedway.
One more time around here for Chris. Winning heading at Dustin Tater. Hyde right in second. Mason Williams in third. Dakota Hart's got 4th locked up, Zach.
Final time through turns 3 and 4. He rides out of Marshall, Texas, the leader of the Marshall Mafia tonight. It's Hennigan. Chris Hennigan at 16, your winner. Over the AT of Dustin Tater Hyde. He'll grab the second position.
Well, Grigsby might be a little bit uncharacteristically off point tonight in his heat race, but
Set over number 2, it's Denny Gabar from Frankston, Texas. The former Armadillo Nationals winner won $10,000 at Lone Star. That was 3 years ago. Outside it'll be Brandon Ball driving the Terry Beckham Motorsports number 5A GRT chassis. Michael Easley from Keithville in the 20 and Wayne Hart in 3M. Here we go. 8 laps to distance, and right now they're 2 by 2. Off a 2 down the back straightaway.
Ben and Rudy, though, Zach. See if we can get it back going here. Green is going to 3 and 4. Chris Green's dropped back to second. He's got a battle to his outside there. He's digging on the inside. Looking pretty good down there.
Wayne Hart can't find the spark, and he sets up a donut shop down here. I like the racetrack.
Hot Pockets.
It goes like Hot Pockets. Into 1. Here comes the 1X of Chris Green down to the inside of the number 5 for the second spot. Here comes the entry to the Beckham Motorsports. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. How about the Farmerville Freight Train tonight in the open wheel modified for Terry Beckham? Off of 4 up to second, setting his sights on the 20 of Tidwell. You know what? I have to believe that Tidwell, that's not his limited. It looks so comparable, but it's not. Denny swept up way high, wide, and handsome. He went higher than Willie Nelson on a cross-country tour with Snoop Dogg riding shotgun. As Denny Gabar lost a couple of wholesale spots. Second is the 5A car.
There's Brandon Ball.
Brandon Ball driving Terry Beckham's car. Josh Beckham.
Oh, spin. Chris Green went around right in front of Denny Gabar. Not Guyber, it's Gabar, Zach. We learned that earlier this year, didn't we, at Boot Hill? Had some fun with that.
You learned it. It doesn't look the way it does not look the way it sounds or should sound. I don't know.
There we go, Zach.
But who cares? Let's race. Into 1. Here comes Brandon Ball, the Farmerville, Louisiana native, formerly from Farmerville, Louisiana, as he sets his sights down the back straightaway. We saw him in that innovative racing chassis in the limited modifieds, finished second earlier. As he rolls up before, continues to hold on to second in this one.
Now, I tell you what, Michael Easley in that 20 looking pretty good as well. He's testing out the high side here. He's going to dive it down low, see if he can't get a run, back stretch on Brandon Ball. Not going to be able to do it, though. Denny Bar right there to capitalize if anything happens.
As they roll through 3 and off of turn number 4, side by side for third, way up top. That time off before the 5A of Ball. I'm telling you, y'all, he looked like LeBron James throwing the lane right there. He went way high.
It's heating up back here, Zach. Denny Gabar getting to the inside easily. He's going to try to take that spot away. Got his sight set on Brandon Ball now for second.
Here comes Denny G, the Armadillo Nationals winner at Lone Star back in 2014 down the boulevard. And the Isaacs Wrecker Service number 15. Here comes Denny. It looks like Denny doesn't have the spoiler on tonight. I'll have to get a better look. But nonetheless, he's been at the Race for Hope 74 at Mark Martin's big race for charity this week in Batesville and didn't have the performance that he was looking for. Great to see him come and show up. That's what a racer will do. A racer will find another racetrack to go to.
And speaking of, they just did the driver introductions for the big 74-lap A main. That'll be starting here momentarily up there. Baseball.
Yeah, I got Ricky Thornton on a back-to-back.
Maybe.
I would love to see Drew Armstrong win it, though. Down the front straightaway, or any of our local guys. I don't know who's in it. Into 1, the 20 of Brent Tidwell from Harleton, Texas. The 25-year-old down the back straightaway. In the turn number 3, the ARC-AT operating sponsored Rock and Roll Whataburger. When you leave here tonight, go get you a Whataburger and tell them Brent Tidwell sent you. Brent Tidwell scores the victory. They're going to say, who's that?
I'm impressed, man. Brent Tidwell, good job. Hey, last time we did leave
out here for about $1,000. But nonetheless, we got a lot of good up-and-comers. We've seen, like Duke Wizant started off in this class in his career. So on the front row, though, it's the youngster, Connor Mewburn. From the pole position of number 36, the son of Brian. And Cole Derrick, 2 first names, so you know he's got game of the 1G. I was looking for the full roster for these guys. Is that Eddie Brewer? Yeah, it looks like Eddie Brewer sitting in third. Once again, second is the youngster, 13-year-old Connor Mewburn into 1. On the back bumper of the 29-year-old in the 1G of Cole Derrick. The top 3 tighter than the top string on the Texas fiddle to go. The trio of cars, 1, 2, 3, right through 3 and 4. Just about a half a bumper separates each of them off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into 1.
Yeah, you know, Cole Derrick said he figured out something last night when he was here. He was actually pulling out when I pulled in, but he said he was going to put some different tires on that thing. He thought he'd be a rocket ship. Right now, he's out front looking pretty.
I tell you what, folks, you can certainly see when some of these youngsters have some talent. I promise you right now, Connor Mewburn's going to be around for a while, like his brother, Colby. But Connor, man, 13 years old, folks. There's something to be said about the throttle control and finesse that you have to use in the car control in these 4-cylinder cars. Obviously, could you imagine driving your car in the parking lot just straight off into a slick corner like that? You got to keep these cars straight and obviously keep the momentum wound up to stay out front. And this youngster does a fine job of keeping his car straight and typically finishes up near the front. So they set their sights down the back straightaway. The 4G of Derrick, who's out front. He goes higher than Willie Nelson on a cross-country tour once again that time. But here comes Mewburn. Can't get the job done off of 4. He shows him a little bit of pressure there. The 29-year-old not rattled, though. He'll send it back into 1. Earlier this season at 67 Speedway, Cole Derrick stole one away from the young 13-year-old. And he'd love to return the favor tonight. Derrick stole one away after Mewburn led 14 of the 15-lap main event, and Derrick literally got him off of 4 to the checkered flag. And a pretty wild finish. Once again, we thank each and every one of you fans for being here tonight. If you know anybody within the area, hey, we've just got plenty of racing to go. As Derrick Flirtman is after, and here comes the Atlanta, Texas racer Brewer to the inside. And, oh man, what can Brown do for you? The 67 track champion, Brendan Brown. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan from Marshall. And the Tommy Mercer Motorsports Outlaw chassis number 100 into 1. Oh, some contact between Hennigan and the bumper to the right rear of the 92 of Rossum. Throw a blanket over the entire field as they set their sights off of 2 and down the back straightaway here on the opening lap. The top 7 go to tonight's main event and have a chance to dance for a $2,000 victory on no entry fee. They're side by side for the race lead off of turn number 4 down the front boulevard into 1. His name is Neal. His last name is Kemp. And he's sawing on the wheel tonight, holding on to it into turn number 3 with the race lead. Neal Kemp in the Club 20 suspension. If you'd like some dig and you want to get a little bit more grip out of your race car and some side bite, call the man out front in the lead. Neal Kemp from Kirby, Arkansas has definitely put a lot of these drivers on the map and helped out their programs to get them closer to the front. And right now, Neal Kemp holding back the advances of the youngster, Rossum, but he continues to strike to the inside for the race lead. Here comes Rossum, the youngster. Hennigan right there in tow. Chris Hennigan licking his chops. Here he comes. We saw what Chris Hennigan was able to do in his open wheel modified. And Chris is such a smart racer. He knows how to dial himself on these racetracks. He knows how to make the necessary changes. Obviously, the mod and the factory do not handle anything similar. But Chris, very adaptable, and he knows, or versatile, if you will. And probably felt something in that mod that he could throw at this factory stock. He's looking pretty good. Hennigan continues to roll 3rd. Brandon Brown is 4th. In 5th is the 007 of Yacht. A little bit of contact there through 3 and 4. I'm telling you, you couldn't have slid the Holy Spirit right there between their quarters. And the 7th and final transfer spot is the 49 of Heartline. Heartline and 49 in the 7th and final transfer spot. Here comes Chris Hennigan. Hennigan going to thread the needle. He'll go to the outside of the Timberline Speedway. He'll smash the throttle and try to hold the advances. Or try to put the 92. Wow, he tried to cross under off of 4. Hennigan had to be a little conservative there. And off of turn number 2, we have one around facing the wrong direction, and we'll get the first caution of this B main event. For some reason, it's hard to tell from behind the 49 of Heartline. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out with Kirby, Arkansas's Neil Kemp out front with the lead. With 6 laps to go, here we go. Chris Hennigan doing Chris Hennigan things. He'll go to 3 wide for the race lead. Off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Win again, Chris Hennigan. 3 wide back here for transfer. 3 wide into turn number 3. Heartline right in the middle. Oh, baby. Off of 4 down the front straightaway. They're still 3 wide. Eventually, somebody's going to run out of that real estate. And all the while, Chris Hennigan is marching to the front. Holy smokes, Billy White. Mad props to you, sir. You got a dandy of a racetrack tonight, baby. Call your friends, call your mom, call your uncle, get them out here to the track off of 4. Here comes Hennigan. And meanwhile, Hennigan takes a stab back, but Brandon Brown receiving pressure from Yount. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Tick-tock goes the race clock. The center of the hourglass is ticking away as here comes Chris Hennigan again for the race lead. Hennigan comes up short. He can't work to that outside line momentum for the Club 20 of Neil Kemp. Kemp continues to hold back the advances of the Marshall, Texas racer. Heading off of 2, down the back straightaway. Running out of time. Into 3. Hennigan continues to work the wheel and work it well. Hennigan going to try to work, and he's smooth as butter, baby. He's on a roll. Off of 4. Hennigan one more time. Hello, how you doing, Neil? And Neil will throw the L100 into his hip pocket and sidestep him. Neil Kemp receiving pressure from the best modified driver in the Arklatex off of 4. Neil pretty good in his own right down the front straightaway. Both of these drivers have won a $5,000 factory stock event in their racing careers. And anytime this big money is on the line, you bet your hard-earned dollar that the Kirby, Arkansas racer and the Marshall Texan are going to show up and show out. And tonight, to the checkered flag, who's it going to be? Outside line momentum works to the advantage of Neil Kemp. He takes the victory over Hennigan. Arkansas's Chris Rogers inside of row number 3 in the 266. Billy Joe Bruchin into the 30 out of Gladewater. So Chris Taylor obviously there in the A1. First name Jonathan, last name Beckett out front of the lead, but here comes Mike Wells. A few laps to go here in this factory stock B main event off of turn number 4 to 5 laps to go. Right now inside the transfer spots. Out front's Beckett, second's Wells, third is Lawrence, side by side for fourth, Fagan, and the 366 of Chris Rogers from Nashville, Arkansas. 13X of Fagan off of turn number 4 down the front straight away. Here comes the 30 of Joe. Billy Joe Bruchin from Gladewater, Texas. And the Gotcha chassis trying to... And way up the racetrack goes Fagan. And he'll go to the Heartbreak Hotel. He will not go to the Longhorn Classic, barring a miracle. End to one. Beckett still continues to lead here at Timberline. On demand on raceontexas.com. Every thrill and spill and every burn and turn. Every single lap of the action here. From the last several Longhorn Classics and all the thrills and spills and burns and turns from Lone Star Speedway, Boot Hill Speedway, and the home of the Hoosier Tires Southern Nationals, raceontexas.com. If you're not able to make it to the racetrack, look no further than the #1 alternative. We always want you to be at the racetrack, but if you have friends and family that can't be there, the next best thing, your official internet racing destination for Arklatex Racing. Just can't seem to catch a break. Can't not catch a break. But guess what? He'll probably show up and try again next week. You gotta love it. Final time at turns 1 and 2. The former hard charger in the inaugural Longhorn Classic. Racing with a heavy heart tonight. Off of turn number 4, the 0 of Jonathan Beckett. Gonna go to the checkered flag of the B main event in the 0. Nick Lawrence will grab second of the 99. And Billy Joe Bruchin, Jamie Clayton, James Thompson in row number 2. Daniel Jones outside. Tim Strickland, Clint Sherva off of 4 were underway for 20 laps were underway.
We're re-rack and stack. Lights are out here. Bo Clayton, Jay Watson up front leading the way. We'll see how this one shakes out. James Thompson right there looking hungry. We'll go back green. Scotty Hushelpeck waves them on. Shirtliff and Thompson made a little contact going on the front stretch there. Looks like they'll get it okay. Thompson slide up in front of him going to turn 1 and 2 there, but Shirtliff all over the back of him, Zach.
And 6 lead changes at 67 on August the 24th. As off of 4, we're back away with a re-rack and stack start. And they'll head off into 1, 2 by 2 into 1 and 2. Watson around the middle lane to the hub of the racetrack, and out top getting that middle line momentum to work to his advantage is Jimbo, Jamie Clayton, and J3. Clayton will take up the race lead. Sliding up in front of the nose of the 85 of Thompson is the 54 Shirtliff. Here comes Clint. Clint Shirtliff down the back straightaway, holds on to the top 3 spot. He's sitting in 3rd. And behind him, here comes JT, James Thompson. Thompson riding to the back bumper off of turn number 4 down the front boulevard, and the caution is out. It's in Marshalltown.
Would you rather be called the pickler or the strickler or the tickler?
I wouldn't want to be neither nan one of them.
Here we go, Zach. 18 to go. At the line here, Jay Watson's going to try to chase down Jimbo Clayton.
2 phalanges, 18 to go. Down the back straightaway. Love science. Off of 4 down the front straightaway, out front of the lead with a command in this one by about 2 car lengths as they head off into 1. Very impressed still with Jay Watson. I mean, we're old school, cool Camaro style out here. Yeah. I feel like it's the Sportster class in 1998 at Webster Speedway or State Line all over again.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing up there in Murfreesboro, Arkansas, getting her done out here. We were almost 3 wide a minute ago with Tyler Green, James Thompson. And who's that last one there? Clint Shirtliff there. They're battle for third, fourth, and fifth, Zach.
Making George Wallace proud into turns 1 and 2. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, the 24, or 54, Shirtliff. Shirtliff receives pressure from the winner at 67 a few weeks ago on August the 31st down the boulevard into 1. Thompson continues to punch the time clock and go to work, but he can't get the job done.
Yeah, I tell you, what a race back there, man. Thompson in the middle, Green on the bottom, Shirtliff running the high side as they go down the backstretch, Zach, into 3 and 4.
He's high, but he ain't too high just yet. I don't think he wants to get that high. That's be flirting with some serious disaster there. That'd be higher than Tom Cruise in a scene from Top Gun. Into 1 and 2, might end up upside down on his lid, flipping the birdie. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. You've seen that, right?
Shirtliff takes the spot away from Thompson there.
You can't do a negative dive in a MiG-28. Off of turn number 4, down the front boulevard into 1.
Jay Watson's got a mirror full of Shirtliff, and Jamie Jimbo Clayton has kind of stepped out on him there, Zach. They need a caution to catch him. Throwing in the towel.
Goose, you seen the trailer? Negative, Merlin. He says he's a single.
Look at it, almost 3 wide again there as Shirtliff looking to the middle groove on Watson. Thompson there in the middle as well. They get a little 3 wide again. Zach will come off the corner though. They'll straighten it out. Oh my.
Well, I'm telling you. Bo McEachern posted on my Facebook a few weeks ago. He said, Zach, why don't you say hi, wide, and handsome? I said, well, I've said it about 100 times, but right now the 61 of Watson is
I don't want to say forget about Jimbo up front, man, but what a race back here between Watson, Shirtliff, Thompson, Tyler Green, get his name in there too.
lap traffic may become a factor in reality as there's still a handful of laps to go here. It'll be 10 more trips around the Timberline Speedway, this time by down the boulevard, underneath the flag stand, cross sticks from flagman Scotty Hushelpeck, and they're door-to-door off of turn number 4. Thompson still going to work.
Goat is broke.
The 96 of Jerry Stevens Jr. broke at the top of turn number 2 in the lap. And he'll become lap traffic, get disposed of, and the caution flag has no other choice but to come on to the speed plant. He was a happy guy in Victor Lane, had all of his family there. And in Victor Lane at 67, like I said, that was on August the 31st, trying to get one here in September, but he's got some work to do. Here we go. We're backing away at 67. Oh, baby. Green went way up top, and he'll slide and nearly lose the handle. Smash the allow pedal. As Green going to try to keep it underneath the marbles up there and off of 4 down the front straightaway. Watson still continues to hold back the advances of 54 of Shirtliff. Of course, relations to Michael Shirtliff, the Ashdown racer. But right now it's Clint as the caution flag waves again.
It's no other classes. This is just a limited modified thing, huh?
Yeah, I gave that gentleman my card, I think, because he don't have Facebook or a smartphone, so I said, just get at me, brother. Awesome dude.
Here we go.
3 wide for second on the restart. Here comes Thompson. He'll throw a little hot sauce on the second spot. Shirtliff. And here comes Green. Oh, baby. And Green just drove down the hill and slammed the door shut right in front of the face of the 85. And here comes Green to the inside. He's pushing.
Oh, he had to check up there, Thompson. What is that rolling on the track, Zach?
I don't
Is
know.
that a windshield? Do we have them in there? I have no
It
idea.
ain't ever screwed on, that's for sure.
No, just a little wobbly jaw. Little wobbly jaw. Hey, we're going to go back green, Zach. 8 to go here. Jay Watson, Clint Shirtliff, James Thompson, Tyler Green. Looking to see what they can do with Jamie Jimbo Clayton.
I've got my canvas here. I got my party hat. We'll head off into 1, and we get the party restarted into 1. Here comes Thompson to work to the inside of the 3rd spot. Down the back straightaway. Tyler Green is all kind of wild right now, and he smashes the loud pedal. He says, hey, I think I feel like Odie tonight. He'll roll to the inside and go 3 wide there momentarily, and James Thompson says, hey, I fit the piece of the puzzle in there, whether it fits or not, baby. Sit down and take a seat.
I just heard about 3 oh my's as they went down the front stretch
And
there,
Clint-
Zach. They're all over each other.
Clint Shirtliff says, you know what, James, I like you a whole lot. I don't like you that much.
And I think Shirley just said, Tyler, you better speed up or get out of my way or you're going to be going where a spinneroonie, man. They are getting all over each other for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And look at Brandon Starnes. He's catching the back of Shirley. He wants to get up there and play too, Zach.
My favorite Chef 40 RD is spinneroonie. Good.
Now they've kind of settled it down here for us with Starnes. Look, you got to the inside of Shirley. Sherlock able to pull away on the backstretch, though. Here we go again. Tyler Green, James Thompson, Jay Watson.
I know I'm going to want to punch myself in the face for this, but it was almost Ono SpaghettiOs for all those guys in there. As right now, Watson opening up the threshold for the 85 to walk right through the back door. Here comes JT. He'll try to throw the slider. He can't get the job done. Watson feels the pressure, though. He'll hold serve, but he can't have enough power to get back to second. Watson tries to fight back and use that lane a little bit higher on the racetrack as now Green is throwing his hat back down the ring. All the while, though, Jamie Clayton says, I don't even need a rear view mirror. You boys are not as quick as I tonight. And off of 4, he leads by nearly a half or a whole straightaway.
Good racing, I tell you. Thompson got behind. Now Thompson can't make any of that gap there on Jimbo, but we only got 3 laps. Zach, I don't know if there's going to be enough time to do it. Another good battle at the back between Jerry Stevens Jr. and Jay Ellis.
Since this class began this year in Texarkana, this driver out front with the lead has been the dominant force, and he was for the first probably 8 weeks of the season. Towards the latter part of the 2018 season, ended up being quite a few different frequent flyers that were finding their way towards the front. But Jamie Clayton ended up ending the year back where he began in Victor Lane, and he'll look like he'll do it again here tonight with a white flag out for the Livingston Trucking number J3 machine of Jimbo, Jamie Clayton. He'll head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. No harm, no foul for lap traffic. The first ever hobby stock feature event here held at the Timberline Speedway. We'll go to the driver of the J3 of Jimbo, Jamie Clayton, and J3, your winner. He'll head to WW Timber Victor Lane. In his career here, in a hobby stock anyway, the driver of the Livingston Trucking number J3 scored 7 wins at Texarkana this season, and he'll be your first Victor Lane celebration here. Jamie used to run all over the Arklatex. He won a North Louisiana State Championship at the former Champion Park Speedway and a factory stock back in 2009. No, wait. And climbing out, folks, give him a hand. It's Jamie, Jimbo, Clayton, and J3. Jamie, man, you started off the year so strong in 2018 at 67. I know it had to be pretty cool for you guys to get over to. Let's face the race face here. Okay. I know it had to feel pretty cool to come over here and win the first ever hobby stock race, man. You guys have been putting on a great show. Car had to feel as good as it looked from my vantage point tonight.
Oh, man, that thing was driving itself tonight. The track was in perfect shape tonight. I thought them cautions were going to get me there because they just kept coming there at the end, but it held out. So,
Did it change up your approach to how you were approaching those restarts there in the late going?
Yeah, I tried to change it up a little bit every time there. That way couldn't nobody really judge where I was going to start it at. Try to get a little bit of a jump on them.
Obviously had some really strong runs and quite a few wins at 67. What does it mean, obviously, that Billy White added this class over here? You've been a major advocate for this class, and it's definitely grown a lot here just over the last couple of months, man. What does it mean that you have another place to race?
Oh, that's awesome. I can't thank Billy enough. Let us come out here and run tonight, and I'm hearing he's going to run us next year. So that's awesome.
How much longer do you plan on racing until it's not fun anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear about all the great folks who help you out in the race team, man.
I gotta thank my wife. Always support me in it. Livingston Trucking's always been with me. I don't know. I can't thank all of them.
It happens. What do you do with the hands? Hey, yeah. Are you still building cars? Is this a Punisher?
Yes, sir. This is a Punisher. Building a few, not pushing them real hard, but we built a few.
Okay, so it's just kind of like Scott Bloom. We just give him a call. We'll figure out who we want to build them for.
Yeah, pretty much whatever I got going on at the time.
Let's give you a hard time. Great run tonight, man. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Give it up for him, folks. Jamie Clayton and Victor Lane here at WW Timber Victor Lane. Your first feature race winner of the night here for the Longhorn Classic.
By Zach, first night ever that limited modified's been on the track as well. So good debut in this class for Dustin Robinette.
Fired a little early. A really good start for Dustin Robinette in the number 27. He'll jump out to the they're 3 wide for second. Robinette with the lead off of 2 down the back straightaway. Bailey Turner trying to hold strong to the inside of the 2 of Roy.
Lights are out. Scotty's going to look him over here to go back green. 19 officially go. 18 to the line there. You got Bailey Turner, Adam Roy, Brandon Ball, Skeet Anderson, David Mitchell, all trying to chase down right now. The 27 of Dustin Robinette. Hey, Robinette's not wasting any time to get away from these guys. Hey, looks like he's in the Superstock for all we know. He is taking off, looking pretty as he did pretty much every week in the Superstock class. Everyone's while him and Skeet Anderson have a good run for it. Oh, Chase Glenn Morgan goes for a spin once again down here in 3 and 4. Looks like he'll gather it up, take it through the mud here, try to keep it going. Chase Glenn Morgan having some tough issues there in that new IRP chassis, but not to say for Dustin Robinette. He's still stepping away from the field. That's pretty impressive over someone like Adam P. Wayne Roy. John Good Jr. has lost. Lights back out. Scotty will look him over here, come out of 3 and 4, try to go back green in this one. Top 5 sit the same. Derek Grigsby, Bub Mitchell, Jimmy Tubbs are on the outside of top 5, looking to get into the top 5 as they come out of turn 2. It's Adam Royal with Brandon Ball falling back a little bit there, but Bailey Turner trying to get up there by Adam P. Wayne Roy. So Adam Roy's had that new IRP chassis himself on a rail here. And we got one spinning over there. They get it back together, so good deal. We're helping get clean and green here. 3 wide over here in turn 2. It's Bailey Turner, Skeet Anderson, the cheese in the middle, and Brandon Ball on the inside. Bailey Turner was able to clear both Anderson and Ball to go back into third. He'll set his sights back on Adam P. Wayne Roy. John Good Jr., the good fell off that car once again. Oh, Jimmy Tubbs, spin over here. He gets collected by Grigsby, drives straight through him, and then they collect Bub. So David Mitchell, bad damage on that. And then we'll have 4 cylinders. We're re-rack, we're restat, we're going to go back green here with Dustin Robinette still leading the way over Bailey Turner and Adam P. Wayne Roy, Skeet Anderson, Brandon Ball, all right there. Grigsby, see if he's got any damage on that car. He drove through. Oh, Chase Glenn Morgan once again is spun over here in 3 and 4. That new car is giving him fits. Out there. So we're re-rack, we're restat, go back green here. See what Adam P. Wayne Roy, Bailey Turner, can they do anything with Dustin Robinette? Is he going to step out once again? Oh, little contact. Brandon Ball, Skeet Anderson down the front stretch. Skeet's able to gather it up. He looks good. Grigsby's going to make it 3 wide, almost coming off in turn 2. Here comes Brandon Ball. He battles for second and third with Bailey Turner and Adam Roy. Derek Grigsby looking to the inside of Skeet Anderson. It's a good battle back there for 4th and 5th. You got Ball and Bailey going at it right there with Adam Roy right in front of them. You know, there's no love lost between Adam Roy and Brandon Ball. They're 2 hard drivers. They'll get at each other anytime they need to. Skeet Anderson looking to the inside of Brandon Ball as well. A little contact earlier. May not be happy there, Skeet. But right now they're battling out here. Zach, what a battle back here between these guys. Bailey Turner, Brandon Ball, Grigsby, Skeet Anderson. Do I got to think it too? Look at Robinette's car. Look at Tubbs' car. Oh my, a little bit the same besides the numbers inverted. Battle for second. Bailey Turner looking to the outside of Adam P. Wayne Roy. Adam pinches him in the wall. I don't think Adam knew he was there, Zach.
That's like getting the hand slammed to the cookie jar at the age of 2. Now the 2 down the back straight. Here comes the 2. He says, hey, how about a strap in the shorts?
I was just going to say, he's not going to let up, Zach.
Bailey Turner says, hey, boy, you want to get turned off of turn number 4. Here he comes to the outside.
He goes to squeeze him again.
Holy smokes.
Hey.
Adam Roy is walking on a thin line between love and hate right now.
Did you notice Bailey kind of turned down?
Bailey just turned it around.
Oh, tough break. Bailey. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you, it looked like that time coming off before. Bailey made sure to kind of pinch down to come down on Adam, maybe give him a little hit to let him know he was there that time, but it didn't help him out.
The question is yeah, no love lost between Brandon Ball. Now, I think that these guys have obviously shook hands and made up. I'm just saying they've had some fierce, tough battles over the years, last couple of years particularly.
It's because there's 2 great competitive spirits in both of those guys, man. That's what it is between them. And, hey, if they mess up, they'll mess with each other. Skeet and Emmons will take them both.
And all the while, Dustin Robinette is just taking them to the woodshed, bending them over his knee for an old country butt whooping right now.
Mr. Limited Modified in his debut. Mr. Clean getting it done.
I think that Keith Schutte would be very proud.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And
that is awesome.
I'm pretty proud. I like Dustin. He's a good dude. Into 1. Just an absolute dominating performance here at Timberline. That Chicken Express Sweet Tea is quite delicious. Off of 2 down the back straight away. Ball continues to go to work to the inside of the deuce. And he's trying to be what Greg Keselowski's been the last couple of weeks. He go to Victor Lane for 3 straight weeks, but he better get on a heater now. Head off into 1 and roll the middle lane of the racetrack. Here he comes. It's Miller time.
Ball and Roy are getting close. They might not have touched that time. They can feel each other's breath. I promise. As they come down the front stretch, Ball's all over the inside of Adam Roy. Adam said, you can have it. I'm keeping the high side.
And here comes, oh my goodness, Gracie, that was tight. Now, I mean, I'm telling you right now, that was like Jim Carrey walking the tight line and Ace Ventura Pet Detective on Alpha 2 down the back straightaway.
And I think it was tighter the lap before.
Yeah, but he saved that son of a gun, though. Alpha 2 or into 3 and Alpha 4. Tick-tock goes the racing clock.
He got him, Zach. Oh, I'd say that. What a battle, man, for second. Kind of like the hobby stock race. Forget about Robinette out front. I'm watching second.
You got to certainly love and appreciate a racetrack that has two distinct lines. Obviously, has the same, it seems to have the same amount of speed in. As right now, off of turn number 4, down the boulevard into 1. Roy going to take back the second spot. I mean, what a display.
That's Tubbs. Thought that was Robinette on the backstretch, broke. But it's Tubbs, unfortunately. May get a caution here with 4 or 5 to go, Zach.
The child is wild. Broken down the back straightaway, coming up limp.
Caution with 4 to go. Look at that. Man. I don't think Robinette's got anything to worry, period. Not just the run-in, but that whole rivalry every week here.
It was like the last day of October, I'm telling you.
3 to go here, Zach, as we go green, go across the line. Can anybody do anything with Robinette, or can Ball and Roy get out of each other's way?
Holy smokes, here comes Adam Roy through the kitchen sink. And he's
making an adjustment from the inside of the car.
I mean, that car is the effect. Oh, and Dustin Robinette lost traction there, but I maybe overstated that. It just looked like the car got a little cattywampus.
I think as you said that too, it looked like Roy lost some ground on Robinette as well, but he's sticking with him way more than he has all night. But the run off the corner, Robinette is where he's strong.
Alan Roy once told me after Adam had won the Cajun, he said, damn, he said, I'm proud of my son. He said he gets the most out of a race car. And I got to say, after watching Ball go by and then Adam get back up on the wheel and then him go up there and challenge, he's getting the most out of what he's got right now. I mean, the car's not really to what he would like it to be, but he's just up on the wheel sawing on it tonight.
I want to know who set up Robinette's car for tonight, because whoever they are, they were on point, son.
Probably,
maybe Skeet helped him do it.
Yeah, probably not. Final time down the back straightaway for the former Summer Series champion. Has won more super stock races at this racetrack as a dive bomb there for second. But Alpha 4, his first start and a limited modified will come to his first win. Dustin Robinette from Hooks in victory lane. Dustin. Forgot how to tie my shoes. So the driver of the best in you, Camco Elevator Incorporated, Ingalls Racing Performance, Team 5 Enterprise, RBT Construction number 27. The hot stock ace in a limited modified for the first time tonight, the former host of the Up to Speed radio show here in Texarkana. Getting ready to climb up. Give it up for him, Timberline. It's Dustin Robinette in 27. Man, getting out looking pretty fly too. It's a nice Velocita fire suit. Showed up in style, and you get out showing out, man. I don't know that if you could have scripted this night going any better for you. I don't think you could have scripted this thing going any better, man. First night out in this limited modified, and boy, I tell you what, you put on a clinic.
Well, I want to thank first to all the fans. Billy White, great facility out here for all you fans coming out, and glad to be in the IRP. I can't thank Gary Carlisle, Camco Elevators, Keith Jones, S&K Motorsports, IRP Race Cars, best engines, flawless power plant tonight, Hadaway Towing, Hadaway Collision, and we got RBT Construction on their new Team 5 Enterprise and Custom Graphics.
You're driven an open wheel mod, and what could you learn that you translated over from all of your success in a super stock?
Well, I don't know, because everybody told me it was going to drive totally different, and I think I just lucked out tonight. Started on the front row, and I've always been told if you can't win from the front, you can't win. So lucked out tonight.
Were you ever nervous though on those restarts? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you didn't want to see that one with a few laps to go.
I just knew if I just could stay out front and keep it straight, I'd be okay.
I mean, do you really think this would happen though? I mean, look, you say you draw well, but I mean, you held everybody at bay the entire 20 laps. I mean, this thing was absolutely a rocket ship.
Well, I told everybody when I come out here tonight, I didn't come to make laps. Keith wanted to know if I wanted to start in the back in the heat race. I said, no, I didn't come to run second. I come to win tonight.
Hey, it was an awesome performance for you, man. Let's hear about all the folks that helped you out in this race team, man. I know you couldn't get here without some great support.
Well, Hadaway Towing, Hadaway Collision, Team 5 Enterprise, RBT Construction, Custom Graphics, Camco Elevators, Best Engines, Richardson Construction.
Hey, man, excited to see you here. I look forward to seeing what else unfolds for this 27 Limited, man. You're a heck of a driver.
One other thing, I think my mom had knee surgery, and she normally sits up here, but tonight, she made it up here, and it was so far for her to walk, she got to come in the pits tonight, so I'm glad she was here.
That's pretty awesome. Hope you get better, man. Congratulations, Dustin.
Thank you.
Good up for him, folks, from Hooks, Texas, Dustin Robinette and WW Timber, Victory Lane. And on the front row, two good drivers here at this racetrack. It's Hennigan and the 24 of Williams. They'll punch the time clock and go to work. We're underway for 20 laps. baby. They're 3 wide there. Tater. Let's see how the first lap pan. Oh, contact for the race lead. Not the first time Williams and Hennigan have made contact in their careers. And might be some fireworks tonight. Oh my. Sometimes you're the
$1,000 to win shootout here at the Longhorn Classic.
and Williams, after the contact with Chris Hennigan, did not resurface. They're 3 wide for a second. Off of 2 and they're 3 wide there mid-pack, and around goes 1 at the tail of the field. So we stay on right now. The car is not yet refired, and we'll get a caution immediately out on the racetrack. We'll get another rack and stack start.
I was going to say, Randall settled it. Hey, settle down. I'm coming to make it 4 wide. Oh.
I think he works for Slaughterhouse Records and M&M now, so.
Better watch out now.
Yeah. Off of 4, they're 2x2 on the restart. Hennigan got a nice start with an outside lane at 16. Hey, and here comes the freight train, rolling like a KCS train. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, defying the odds and the limits. And the car formerly driven by Shooter, Louisiana's Josh Beckham. Driving for Terry Beckham tonight. Timothy Culp's driven this car in his career. Tonight, the hired gun is Brandon Ball, looking sporty. Yeah, I saw that.
Big Manuel, Mason, and Chase Hatton putting on a show back here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Good racing all through the field as they get it settled out up front. Here comes John Catman Mitchell.
Yeah, John Mitchell is trying to do something. I mean, not in the place that you would typically find John. He is all the way back, it looks like. He's got the right side ripped off the race car. Right now, he is back in the 10th spot chase. And caution is back out.
Yellow.
Racetrack. I'm making excuses for Dak, but I know he hadn't played that great, but at the same time, he hadn't had no help either, so let's go.
How about John Mitchell, Dustin Tater high? They're trying to chase down Chris Winnigan, Hennigan. Mitchell and Tater say not. We got Randy Simmons. Battle 3 wide for the corner. He thinks better of it. Chase Hatton is going his name in the hat.
Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl off of turn number 4. Down the boulevard.
Settle, a good battle right over 30 on the inside of John Catman Mitchell. Chase Hatton says, y'all slip up and I'll go right by you.
Every game he goes out there and lays on the line. I mean, that's his dream. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember about the journey to get there. And it's always soonly forgotten. Tony Romo sucked too, so it doesn't make sense.
You're listening to Clay Travis here at Timberline Speedway.
I got to go off a little bit every now and then.
Hey,
This is the only platform I have.
I'll tell you, Tater's been battling with all his buddies tonight. Hennigan earlier, John Catman Mitchell now. I'll tell you what, Chase Hatton getting up to 4th as he tries to get by Settle on the high side, going into 1 and 2. Oh, Tater had to check up for John. He gets run over, man. Oh, my. Tough break over the front here as he's in the back. We're going to go green here. Zach Zingelfile already 16 to go. Oh, my. Speaking of 16, he's out front looking pretty. Chase Hatton is now in 3rd. Chaz Thompson and Jason Eagles are smiling somewhere. They love him some Chase Hatton, baby. He had a big win earlier this year at DPS. He's going to be inside of John Catman Mitchell. Chase Hatton, man, getting better and better. You know, I like he's got a hell of a first name. Oh, Manuel Williams almost spins right in front of John Catman Mitchell. He gathers it up and brings Brent Tidwell to the rear deck of John Mitchell.
You know, you're just talking about the DeBerry, Texas racer Chase Hatton. I'm very, very proud of Hatton. Obviously, I can't be any more proud of Brandon Ball right now. We're talking about 2 rookie modified guys, really. Up front, there's 14 laps to go here. How about Brandon Ball, the rookie in the modified tonight, up to 2nd, and a good restart for Chase Hatton. Chase Hatton most recently scored a 2nd place finish to David Winslet at Boot Hill Speedway. I'm telling you right now, it was a very impressive performance. Chase is just pushing the progression and getting better and better every time he sits behind the cockpit. And I love to watch guys get better every time. I mean, that's obviously what you like to see and what they expect out of themselves, but you like to see it come to fruition and a no-give-up attitude, because I think that if Chase wanted to give up, he would have done it a long time ago, and he is stuck with it, and right now he's trying to pull to Brandon Ball for 2nd.
And Justin Tater Hyde's picking off one by one. He slowly, methodically worked his way back up there. Doubt he'll have time to get up to Hennigan and to get a run or anything, but he gets by Tidwell and he's got his sight set on Denny Gabar. right now doing Chris Hennigan, man, is so impressive in a modified. You know, I don't know. We always talk about when we see impressive drivers in classes, Zach. We want to see him move up to the next thing. And I guess it'd be a late model for Hennigan. You know, I don't know where else you would go for modified, but he's got the modifieds covered on a week-in, week-out basis almost.
Yeah, it's for the longest time, or I mean, even I would say to recent, but it's been a while since we've ran mods and seen them in the Arclotex. But Chris Hennigan, we would always say that he's executing full time in any series that he desires and modifies. I'm telling you, he belongs on USMTS full time, but that's what he desired to do. Anyway, he's got the talent for it. He likes to kick their butts here at home. We're into one.
I think we're about 9 to go here. Yeah, you're talking about the way he is. I was talking to him at 6-7 here, that dual modified show we had, and he told me, I asked him how he was feeling. He was starting on the front row with Tater in that outlaw race. He said, I think I'm in trouble. Tater's over there smoking him one of them cigarettes. Him and Tater, of course, good buddies, man.
Oh, yeah, real good friends. And that was Tater's Achilles heel there for quite some time. Oh, boy, John Mitchell just threw a haymaker. An elbow in a 1 and 2 in the 24. Look if he rebounds off of 2 down the back straightaway. Catman John Mitchell going toe-to-toe with the Williams here in 24 and 5. They're door-to-door off of turn number 4. And, well, baby.
And who has made his way back to the top 5, Zach? Dustin Tater Hyde.
Mason Williams. I remember this youngster started in a beginner cruiser. I mean, and he is trying to hold steady. John Mitchell leaves him as now Tater Hyde working to the back bumper. It'll be 6 laps to go for 16 of Chris Hennigan.
Yeah, I think Hennigan may have this one sewed up, but I'm right, man. Brandon Ball, how impressive right now, is he? Up there in second, but he got Chase Patton, the Mad Hatter, looking all for him.
Down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway in the turn, or off of turn number 4, down the front boulevard into 1.
It does. Here we go, man. I see that Hennigan's got him covered, 5 to go here. What can he do? Good race back here. Look at Dustin Tater Hyde and Williams in the 24 there. Tater on the low side. Williams running the high side. They're coming up there. 2 there. Now for so Tater again, good run back up to the top 5. Shaky Patton all over the inside of Brandon Ball. Couldn't get it done. He'll throw it off into turn 1 and 2. They make it big, almost make contact. Get it the ball for now. What a race here between Patton and Ball. They have stepped out while they're doing it. From John Mitchell, that's impressive. You need to get some side-by-side racing and start letting that guy behind you will win. But not tonight. They're stepping away here. John Mitchell's going to go back. Dustin Tater Hyde still on the field. Williams is racing the track right now. That is consistent between Brandon Ball and Chase Patton. 2 to go from Flagman and Scotty Husselbeck. Hennigan's way out front. There's a lap car between Hennigan and second place there. Brandon Ball. Chase Patton still can't find a way to get around Brandon Ball. Mitch is going to close in just a little bit, but it looks like we got 1 to go here. Hennigan's going to get it done, Zach.
The white flag coming out this time by for the driver goes by the moniker of Winnigan. He's down the back straightaway for the final time in the turns 3 and 4. He'll ride in the Rick Sis Performance GRT chassis. Hennigan Motorsports. Panel dress Rollo's Living Auto number 16. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan from Marshall scores the modified victory in dominant fashion tonight. Piece as the 4th annual Longhorn Classic from Timberline Speedway is underway. 30 laps. Here we go. And contact on the start. Contact on the start. Lopez gonna roll to the center lane. And here comes Ingalls to the outside off of 2 down the back straightaway. Ingalls gonna look to dispose of his good friend and teammate. Both of these cars right here come out of the same exact shop in Shreveport, Louisiana. And Lopez gonna slide up on his teammate, Ricky Ingalls.
Good racing up front here, Zach, is Ingalls. Look on the high side.
Ricky.
Bo Perry all over him. Bad Chad Abernathy, the Aaron Green, oh my. They are duking it out up front early here in this 30-lap main event. They're still too wide, almost all the way back through the field, Zach.
As the 4th annual Longhorn Classic continues to wage war here. Side by side, the best battle back here for 4th as the lane opens up for 2nd for Bo Perry. He'll try to walk through the threshold. Laser Racing chassis 1, 2, and 3. Back to June the 9th as we were getting ready to tune up for the big 10,000 win King of the Hill event. You go back to June the 9th, and the driver out front leading this race, the 1996 Super Champion, 60-year-old veteran racer Ricky Ingles, who had been in this class for nearly an entire 3 years of his career after spending the majority of his career in a late model. Ingles won 6. So we'll see if the 60-year-old veteran can do it. Right now, Laser Racing chassis run 1, 2, and 3 with Ingles out front with Lopez, his teammate. They come out of the same shop in Shreveport. The lights are out. We're back underway. Bo Perry.
Oh. Yeah. I was just going to say the same thing, Zach. Bo Perry, though, he's going to move it in a second with that move.
If you think back to the factory stock 50, and here comes Chris Hennigan. As the factory stock 50 here a couple of months ago at Arclotech Speedway was a dandy. Craig Oakes won it, but the 81 of Ingles and the 12 of Perry were coming. And here comes Bo Perry for the inside for the race lead. They're 4 wide chase off the exit of turn 2. Oh, look out, Chad.
No,
oh,
man.
They ran out of real estate.
Tough break for bad Chad Abernathy there, and Aaron Green, too, got some damage on that front end.
Sometimes you're the dog, and sometimes you're the hydrant. So they say.
Okay, Clay Urban says we're going to stop with the food jokes. We're making him hungry.
And now, brace yourself. This is RaceOnTexas.com. RaceOnTexas.com.
You're listening to RaceOnTexas.com on demand off of 2 down the back straightaway. Austin Wilkins behind the lens on a hot night here in September. Getting ready to close out the month of September here on the 29th. Next month it'll be Halloween, and there's going to be a lot of trick-or-treaters that are going to be hungry, knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth, I imagine, and get a little antsy. But they got to realize that it ain't Halloween yet, baby. Here comes Chris Hennigan. Hey, he ain't got to put a mask on. Chris Hennigan is what he is, and he might just be the nightmare for all these guys. A little bit of pre-Halloween.
Bo Perry! Ricky Eagles almost in contact. We were saying that, Zach. Right in there, but I tell you what, Bo Perry says, this is my show, baby. Here I come.
I started to tell the story a little bit earlier. It says laser race cars. 1, 2, 3 right now. Here comes Whitehead. Wow. Whitehead's going to split the gap and go 3 wide. The racetrack is phenomenal, Billy White. I hope you're listening somewhere. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. We're watching it. Down the front straightaway. Neil Kemp just threaded the needle, son. He said, Justin Whitehead, I love you, but holla at your boy. And Whitehead says, all right, we'll holla.
Yeah.
I slide
up
by
in
Whitehead.
front of him. Let's see if Kemp can send it off into 3 and 4. Do the same thing here. They almost made contact before. Contact again.
Man, this is some good stuff brewing right now. So many storylines that are just inside of this top 5 right now. You think about these laser race cars 1, 2, and 3 as Hennigan peeks his nose into the mix. I said it, folks. Don't say I didn't say it. That he said that I have plans to go ahead and just meet you in Victory Lane for a 2 for the price of 1. Oh boy, here comes the Marshall Texan.
Yeah. Hennigan said, hey, I need to come for that interview, Zach, because we're going to do 2 for 1 later, the Walmart special right here in Victory Lane.
I swear to God, I'd never doubt him. Into 1. Bo Perry says, hey, look, I'm going to need you to put a little respect on my name. That's Bo Perry. Down the back straightaway. Sounds a little silly to say, but he's had quite a few Bobos this year and been a little upset with some performances. You heard the little quick interview I had with him down there after the redraw. As right now, Bo Perry is going to have to show what he has got tonight.
Yeah, because Ricky Eagles tough on that high side. But I tell you what, Zach, you think any of these guys are starting to hear that da-da, da-da,
exactly.
Justin Aubrey Whitehead, Jaws, he's there, baby.
This is and folks, this is like a scene from Animal House. It's getting messier than an 80s food fight as they head off into 1. Whitehead is doing 36J things, and you better watch out because here he comes. And this is interesting too. The storylines that are just plentiful here. As the 100 is in the Outlaw, you got the pair of Lasers, and the Outlaws run 2 and 3 with the owner and fabricator in 4th, and you've got the owner fabricator of Lasers, son, obviously the house car in 2nd in the form of Bo Perry. If you think that this stuff don't mean a lot to these guys and for some bragging rights, oh baby, it means everything.
You're right, it does, man. Look at Hennigan digging on that low line, trying to get underneath Perry. Can't quite do it. Ricky Ingles still able to keep it out front.
I love this, man. This is so cool because Ricky Ingles had to come home second to Whitehead, who's the 7-time Cajun Classic winner at a racetrack that Ricky Ingles calls home. The racetrack he dominated this year in the factory stock competition. But he comes right here to 36J's house tonight, and he says, hey, come and get it from me.
That's right.
They finished 1 and 2 at the 10,000. I'm getting fired up. We got 16 laps to go. That means Chris Hennigan's on the way.
And battle for 3rd. Look at Whitehead. He says Hennigan's on the way to 4th, son. I'm going to take 3rd away going into 1 and 2.
I got to say, man, I love this racetrack so much whenever it's good. Like, it's good.
It is. It's good, man.
It's very...
Hey, I'll give a shout-out to Rick Eagles, too. Not that I never thought he lost it, but last year, winning that limited mod, he wasn't having the best of runs and finishes. Factory this year got it going, man, and he's been on fire.
Man, if you watch the amount of respect that's being displayed here between 100 and 36J, it's unbelievable. These guys right here could literally race. I mean, they could pitch their cars into the corner and have trust in one another, that they won't lean on each other. I mean, it thinks all the way back to 67 for the SmackDown. Those two absolutely laid down a performance of the ages. I mean, it was an absolute barn burner of a race that saw Hennigan fall 36J to the checkers. As here comes 36J.
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. That SmackDown was on point. As my buddy Clark the Shark would say, they was a Donnybrook special. Here comes Whitehead over the inside of Bo Perry for second.
That was a rattle the cage type move, as Whitehead is doing 36J, and he'll try to slide up and take that spot away. If you ever just wonder how bad do you want it, Justin Whitehead never does not want it. Like, this is unbelievable. This dude right here is an absolute assassin behind the wheel. And I look, I give every single one of these guys credit, but this right here is proven time and time again that you could have thrown him in the jail cell tonight and he got out and still beat you somehow. I don't get it.
He's the cream, baby. The cream rises to the top, and that's what he's doing right here. But I mean, I'm in awe what he does with these factory stocks. Zach, it's just,
you got to give credit when credit is due. That's for sure. And Bo Perry told me a couple of times this year that, you know what, I think I got something to roll with Whitehead. He got in a little bit of that slick stuff, slid up the racetrack, lost the front end, and the car slid up off of exit. Hennigan relegated to the fourth. In fifth, it's still the 5 of Lopez, who's having a career run here for the 4th annual Longhorn. Beckett is slow at the top of turn number 2 with smoke coming out of the tail tank of the 0. Not sure if we'll see a caution. Could this race go caution-free? As here comes 36J.
Tough break for Beckett there, but yeah, Whitehead all over the back of Ricky Eagles there in the 81. Eagles able to pull away coming out of the turn 2 there, getting a little momentum going. Whitehead trying to close back up on him. Hennigan looking on the outside of Bo Perry. That's a battle for third.
It's impressive also to watch that. I don't think that these guys will reach heavy lap traffic even if this race goes green without a caution. And I think that says a lot about the level of competition out here. These guys are separated by mere tenths. As down the back straightaway into turn number 3, tick-tock goes the racing clock. The 81, the former super late model champ, as a caution flag waves with 22 laps scored on the books. We gotta quit complaining about feeling like I'm getting old. Ricky's out here 60 years old and just wheeling and dealing, folks. Who's it gonna be tonight for the 4th annual Longhorn? $2,000 hangs in the balance, and 7-time gotta go to restart. Whitehead and Chris Hennigan's there. This is gonna be a lot of fun with 8 laps to go, and the caution comes back.
Long enough, that's for sure.
A lot of respect shown between these 3 competitors out front as well as the drivers back here. I think all these guys race each other hard, but they race each other with respect. Off of 4, down this front straightaway, we have got a dandy brewing tonight here in Corley, Texas at the Oval. Into 1. Here comes Chris Hennigan.
3 wide off of turn 2, Zach. Ricky Eagles trying to get the run on the high side. Whitehead's the cheese in the middle. Hennigan drops back a little bit as they go into 3 and 4. He'll follow Whitehead in the corner.
And Whitehead going to do what 36J does. He's trying to slide up, and he slid. And the green is still on as they come across the stripe. Contact on the midpoint of the front straightaway into 1. 36J going to take over the race lead from 8. Did you think that he couldn't do it? I don't know, but here comes Ingalls down, battling back to the inside.
He's going to try to take second back away from Hennigan. Here's Zach on the low side. I don't know if he'll have the run or not, but Hennigan's trying to track down Justin Whitehead. Now we've got a true SmackDown rerun here.
And we got one of the front stretch wall. It's the 92 of Andrew Ross on the caution flag will wave. There's too much carnage. And we will get a shootout with 6 laps to go when we turn back green, the 59 of East. What it is I think everybody's still trying to get their pulse back.
They're still mad about your...
I think Neil Kemp, he's pulled a final lap pass. He's going to win this race from 6. The lights are out. Here we go.
That'd be impressive.
Don't count him out. Here we go.
Where's Brandon Brown? There he is. He's back there.
They don't call him Steel Neil for nothing. Into 1. And Hennigan got a little cattywampus there to the center of the corner. They got 3 wide. I thought they were down the back straight away. They did not. Crossing up in front of the nose of the 12 of Perry's, the 81 of Ingalls. They go through thirds, 3 and 4. There'll be 5 laps to go this time. 36J is trying to walk the dog now. Oh, my.
If it was wide enough for Ingalls to make that 3 wide a moment ago, Zach, he would have. I think he had to check up a little bit not to run over Hennigan because Bo Perry was on his inside. Hell of a battle right here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. Oh, a little spin back there right in front of Brandon Brown, Dustin Yutt. They'll gather it up and keep it going. That's Ricky Sessions.
All the folks that are going to end up watching this on raceontexas.com on demand, you're probably not going to hear how much I probably just absolutely gave all kinds of praise to the 36J car for what he has accomplished in driving to the front because we've seen it so many times. We're like, man, we've heard Zach say enough tonight. Well, listen, I don't know what to say in Victor Lane. I might just bow for him at this point. Goodness dang gracious.
Hey, Neil Kemp picked off 1 spot over Kobe Mubern. He was almost by Bo Perry there, but he fell back behind Bo Perry, so he'll fall into 5th right now, Zach. And right now, you're right, Whitehead is pulled away. No competition with 3 to go unless we get a caution.
I don't know if I've ever appreciated 2 laps to go for 36J.
Good battle back here for 5th right now, though. Colby Muber trying to get the spot back away from 3-wheel Neal. Bo Perry right in front of him there. Colby Muber's got more impressive all year, too. Finally got that monkey off his back, got a factory stock win at 67 early this year.
Something to keep in mind is 36J takes the white flag. He's won 7 Cajun classes. He's won the 10,000 rank King of the Hill. He has won everything that there is to win. Last season, folks, he hopped out of the cockpit and hopped behind and put the promoter hat on and promoted this racetrack. He'll return to Timberline Speedway in 2018, and he'll win the Longhorn Classic for the 2nd time in his career. Justin Whitehead dominates and walks the dog and leaves no doubt on the table. He is the king of factory stocks. Unbelievable.
So I believe it.
Yeah, we've seen him win a few races in his career. That was a dominant run tonight, folks, and he deserves a round of applause. He's getting ready to climb out here for some hometown cooking. Justin Whitehead in victory lane at Timberline. That was an impressive performance, folks. I've seen this guy drive a lot of races in the last 8 years, so that was impressive. And he's done them in every different fashion. You got to give credit when credit's due. Dude. Way to go, Justin. Hey, I told these folks I was going to get out here and bow for you, man. I'll be honest, when this race started, I think me and you've met here a time or two enough where I can tell you what I think. Before this race started tonight, I didn't think you'd win this race, Justin, and I didn't say that. I just didn't. I thought you just were relegated too far in the middle of the pack. You proved it tonight, man. You're the king of the factory stocks. What a race car you had and what a drive you had to the front, man.
We hadn't had much speed all night, and I was devastated when we got that 8, but we was able to turn it around, and that was one of the best racetracks we've had this year. I could pass just about wherever I wanted to, and I had a lot of fun.
After you threw the fire suit away last year, you promoted this racetrack. You put a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into it. How's it feel to return here to this racetrack and win this one here tonight?
Oh, there's nothing like winning at Billy White's place. We love this place, of course, and I can't thank everybody enough for coming out and enjoying it.
Give me a little bit of insight here. What was your mindset going into that race? I mean, I'm going to win it like you usually feel like? I mean, what was your mindset? What did you throw at the race car? I mean, give me a little something here.
Me and Dad talked. We really just wanted to keep it clean, not tear anything up. We got into Kerry Easton there at the very beginning on accident, kind of shoved, but we're just trying to keep it clean, get a good hard finish because, of course, Miss Billy pays good down, obviously, so we're just trying to take home some money.
Does the race car get to your feel like after like 10 laps when the tires heat up? I mean, you're thinking, okay, man, I got a pretty good piece here. I mean, how far into the race are you thinking, okay, I got a car I can go up here and win this race? I mean, you got Chris Hennigan up front, Perry, Ingles. I mean, there's some tough shoes up here you went and disposed of.
Well, after Chris passed me, I thought I was SOL, honestly. He has a really good car. Obviously, he's in one of ours. We both were really strong. I was even trying to tell him under caution to try to dive the 81 on the bottom. If I couldn't win it, I wanted him to, of course. But I really didn't think we had the car to win it. But being able to run behind people like that, you get to see where the track's faster. So it was pretty awesome.
And you and Chris had a heck of a race at 67 earlier this year, too, man. You guys can race this far from each other, not lay on each other. That's got to be a lot of fun.
Did he get second?
Did Chris end up second? Yes, Chris Hennigan got second. You know what? We're going to drag this out. We're going to get the good out of this as well because I got two more things. We talk about this outlaw race car. Have you built 87 of these now?
We're up to 92.
92. That's pretty impressive, too. You started back in like 2012. It's pretty dang impressive. So you built these cars, and you've been the hot commodity. Everybody wants an outlaw race car. Well, you got the laser race cars that have been pretty good. They were top 3 qualifiers tonight. I mean, pretty good. And they lead these first laps. Is that ever in the back of your mind? You're thinking, okay, I'm sure you could sell some race cars. What are you thinking? I got to win this for my deal. Like, bragging rights. This is my home track. I got to put outlaw back out front. We got to get these lasers out of here tonight.
Man, we try to win every feature race like it's a heat race. We don't matter heat, feature, hot laps. We want to win them all, of course. Yeah, we'll win hot laps. I can't thank Scotty, Hushpeck, Corey Clements enough. They work with me at home. They do probably 75% of the work, so I can't appreciate them enough.
Hey, man, I'm having way too much fun with this. So was that a lot of fun for you or what?
It was, and we was laughing earlier. I walked off from Chris, and earlier after talking to him, and I told him I hope he gets second. So, hey, I was right. So.
Yeah, he's starting to feel like him and Tater had that relationship for a while. You gonna let him in there or what?
Oh yeah, man, he's a great guy. He's real fun to race with. I think we've raced, I don't know how many laps side by side this year and hadn't nowhere nicked. So you gotta love racing like that.
Man, I'll let you celebrate with your family, wife Sarah and Victor Lane. Congratulations, man. You definitely got up on the wheel and earned that one tonight. I do want to give you an opportunity to thank all the great supporters that help you out in this 36J car.
Oh yeah, ANT Delivery, Hadaway's Towing, W&W Timber, of course, Borderline Septic, Hadaway Towing, Phone Pros, Outlaw Race Cars. Did I say ANT Delivery? Because I know I got to say that one. Pro One Transmissions, Best Engines, of course.
I know I've given you a lot of praise here, so I ain't going to do it all the time. Remember when 2012 when you won the Classic for the third time, you said, you can't ever compare me to Gary, right? Remember you told me that? He raced sprint car. No, I still can't. But I think in about 30, 40 years, everybody's like, that Justin Whitehead was pretty daggum good out of Hooks, Texas. I don't know what they got cooking over there in Hooks, but something's pretty good for you guys. Congratulations, Justin.
Thank you, Zach.
Give it up for him, folks. Justin Whitehead. Dude, he's an alien, I think.
See, we're going to go 15 this one. Either way, Cole Derrick, 1G out of Texarkana, Texas, will be front row inside with the 13J of Jesse Tate to the outside of row 1. Second row inside will be Connor Mewburn in the 36 with the R3 of Austin Pilgrim to the outside of row 2. And you got the 212H of Jake Huckabee out of Texarkana, Texas. Contact. I think Zach left me like a loose wheel. So Jesse Tate, Poor Boy Racing out front right now in front of Connor Mewburn and Cole Derrick. Cole was here last night getting that car shaken out during time trials and practice. The tires on that thing. He said he thought he had something for him tonight to get a dub. Hadn't got the race a lot here. He's actually thinking about getting out of this stuff, but hope to see Cole Derrick stick around because he's fun to watch. Right now, him and Connor Mewburn putting on a show as they're trying to chase down Poor Boy Racing's Jesse Tate. Cole Derrick on the high side coming out of turn 2 to get by Connor Mewburn going down the backstretch there. Connor was trying to dive off into 4. See what he can do, but I think Cole Derrick will have the run on the high side coming out of 4. He'll clear him for the second spot. But they're still chasing down on that 13J of Jesse Tate. Austin Pilgrim riding in 4th. I think our last one here is going to be Mr. Jake Huckabee, I believe. Maybe. Nope, that's not Jake's number on the sheet. At least I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Austin Pilgrim with problems over 3 and 4. He'll gather it up. We'll keep it green. Still a good battle for second out there with Cole Derrick and the youngster Connor Mewburn all over the back of him there. No one better to learn from. Connor following Cole around, trying to see which way the best way to take around him here as Jesse Tate's pulled away again. Still side by side as they come out of turn 2, I tell you. Coming in the story of the night, the first place car checks out, and there's a battle for second that's just the best battle of the night in the class. Connor Mewburn may look to have him this time as they come out of turn 4. Looks like Cole Derrick's able to stay clear of him. So give it back to Cole Derrick for now. Austin Pilgrim nowhere to be found to get in that battle for second and third. They are still battling out here for second between Connor Mewburn. Oh, got a little swirly over there coming out of turn 4. He'll gather it up. Looks like he's got a run over Derrick. Derrick gives a little tap there. Oh, my. Not sure what that was about or if it was even intentional, but either way, Cole Derrick gets in the back of Connor Mewburn as Mewburn takes second away from Cole Derrick. But while they're trying to get this straightened out between themselves, Jesse Tate, Poor Boy Racing's 13J is pulled away. He'll be looking for his buddy, Mr. 2018, after this one. Impressive run for Jesse Tate once again. Ever since he got that car going several weeks ago, he has been out front, been fast. Got him a win over at Arclatech Speedway earlier in the season. Probably just about a month and a half ago, actually. Speaking of 2018, I see you down there. Oh, Dalton Vines getting it on tape here for Jesse Tate. Poor Boy Racing out front looking pretty. Connor Mewburn, though, is trying to close the gap just a little bit on him. He's starting to catch him. He's pulled away from Cole Derrick in the 1G. That car's not quite doing what Cole wants it to do. Just a few to go here in this one for Jesse Tate. Just got to hold his line, put another couple laps. Still picking up Timberline. Feature win here. Getting closer and closer. Oh, it's about the closest he's been all night in this feature race right now. Don't know if he'll have enough time to get there, and then once you get there, you still got to make the pass. Close as he's been, right? Honor me. Backside of Jesse Tate. I think Tate will be good as long as he makes a good corner through 3 and 4. He'll be picking up a feature win here. Goes through 3 and 4. Muber's going to dive it down in there, though. Tate might try to take it easy. He'll get a run on the high, though. The momentum will carry. Give it to Jesse Tate in the 13J. Poor boy. He's picking up the feature win here for the 4-cylinders Timberline Speedway.
Hey, look, Jesse Tate waited all night to get to this point to get the WW Timber Victor lane, and he got here. Everybody had to head out, man. They ready to get up, go to church in the morning, Jesse, but didn't matter because you went ahead and laid it all on the line tonight and came out here and grabbed a victory. Car had to feel pretty good. Is it? Or bad? Look good from my vantage point.
Yes, sir. This is 4th night in the car, 2nd win. I went out to Vivian last time I raced and won out there, and I got 2 second places, and the car's just doing good for me. Messed up in the heat, shifter broke and didn't do too well. Didn't do what I wanted to, but I still finished out 2nd, and I got out here and got it done in the lane.
You've driven a few of these different style of 4-cylinder cars. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, for handling, the Eclipses are the best, but for speed, these Ecotechs are the bomb. Just can't compete with these Ecotechs.
Anybody you want to thank for getting you to this point?
I got my girlfriend at home that lets me put all the time in. I got my buddy behind you, Dalton, helps me build my cars. My buddy Tracy and everybody that helps me. Just thankful for all the help I get when I get it.
Man, we appreciate your support and wait until the final race of the night to come out here and pick up this win, man. You're definitely deserving of it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep.